Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we'll talk about, in the name of Allah, what Quran says about light. God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is like on each within, which is a lamp. The lamp is within glass. The glass as if it were a pearly white star, lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow, even if untouched by fire. Quran. So my dear students, today we have a very wonderful topic as we have started from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I have given you the translation of Quran. So let's start our topic regarding light and part 3. First we'll talk about the nature of light. So light is a form of energy which can be detected by our eyes. It travels through vacuum and media such as air, water, glass. Light travels in a straight line in the same medium. Now, we would like to talk about the speed of light. The speed of light in a vacuum is 300,000 miles per second. Light travels much faster than sound, which has a speed of about 343 miles per second in air. Now, we'll talk about the speed of various objects. So here we can see that there are different objects and they have a speed in miles per second, meter per second. Earth in orbit, 29,790 meter per second. Artificial satellite in orbit, 7.500 meter per second. Jet and aircraft, 800 meter per second. Falcon, fastest bird, 97 meter per second. Car cruising or highway, 25 meter per second. Olympic sprinter, 10 meter per second, and person jogging, 3 meter per second, person walking, 1.7 meter per second, and snail walking, 0.03 meter per second. So these are the speed of light, or speed of various objects. Now we'll talk about the properties of light. Light travels at different speed in different media. It travels faster in air than in water or glass. Look at the beam of light from a light projector or a light ray box. Does light travel in a straight line? Answer. Light travels in a straight line in the same medium. A diagram below shows a setup which can be used to demonstrate that light travels in a straight line. The path along which light travels is called a ray. Light rays are represented by straight which arrows indicating their direction of motion. A beam of light is made up of a bundle of rays. It can be parallel, divergent, or convergent. You can see we have given you a diagram of ray of light, a parallel beam of light, and divergent beam of light, a ray light, divergent beam of light. Luminous object. Objects that gives out their own light are called as luminous object. Example, sun, stars, candle flame, etc. Non-luminous object. Non-luminous objects do not produce their own light and can only be seen when light reflects off them. Example, moon, planet. Transparent object. Transparent object transmit almost all the light. Example, clear glass, water, diamond. Translucent object. Translucent objects only transmit some light. Example, glass, tracing paper, oil. Opaque objects. Opaque materials do not transmit any light. Example, wood, car, metal, etc. What is shadow? A shadow is a region of darkness formed when the path of light is blocked. Shadows are formed because light travels in a straight line. Shadow of building. Look at the diagram above. Imagine the sun rising. Where the shadow of the building be and how will it come as the sun? A. Rise overhead. B. Set You may draw light rays like those in the diagram above to help you locate the position and find the size of the shadow. In the picture, you can see that when the sunlight is falling on the building, so no light reaches this region as it is blocked by the building on the right side. And the light which is coming from the sun, which is falling on the building, so you can see that this is blocking the light which is coming from the sun. Now we'll talk about the types of shadow. The types of shadow that is formed depend on the size and the position of the light source and the object. In the picture, you can see that there is a different object and they are having a different size, and that's why they are making different shadows. Umbra. A point source of light forms a shadow of an object with umbra only. The umbra is a dark region with a well-defined outline. Shadow formed by the point source of light. A lighted bulb, there is a pinhole to produce a point source of light. When the light passes through an object, so there will be a umbra produced on the screen. Penumbra. An extended source of light forms a shadow with an umbra and a light, and the particle shadows are called as penumbra. The sunlight comings and the earth is in between them, so the penumbra will be formed. Example of penumbra and umbra. A light is coming and a boy was walking, so there will be a umbra and penumbra will be formed. The darker area will be called as umbra and a less darker area is called as penumbra. Reflection of light. Another phenomenon. Shine a torch on a mirror. What happens to the torch light? Shine the torch at a different angle on the mirror. What do you notice? Here you can see or you can understand the reflection of light of a beam. When a beam of light is falling on a plane surface, on a smooth surface, so there will be a reflection takes place. So when the light falls on a plane surface, this will be called as a incident light beam, and there will be a angle form which is called as angle of incident, and the reflection will be the same angle, and this will be called as the angle of reflection. And both the incident light beam will be reflected with the same angle, and the angle between the two incident light beam and reflected light beam, there will be a same angle between. That is called angle of incident will be same, but the angle of reflection will be same. Light traveling in a straight line bounces off or reflects when it strikes the surface of another medium. When a light ray strikes a surface at angle 90 to the surface, it is reflected along the same path. The line right angle to the surface is called as normal. Light ray striking at the right angle is reflected along the normal. Light ray striking at the surface at right angle is reflected along the normal. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, as it is explained before. Now we'll talk about the smooth surfaces. Smooth surfaces of a glass and polished metal produce regular reflection. A parallel beam of light striking a smooth surface is reflected as a parallel beam. Parallel reflection. Reflection of parallel light rays from a smooth surface, the reflected rays are parallel. Converging reflection. Reflection of converging light rays from a smooth surface, a real image is formed where the reflected converging rays meet. Diverging reflection. Reflection of diverging light rays from a smooth surface, a virtual image is formed. There are different surfaces, like we will talk about the rough surface. Rough surfaces of paper or wood produce scattered reflection. A parallel beam of light striking a rough surface is reflected in all directions. Diffuse or scattered reflection. Diffuse or scattered reflection from the rough surface. Images are performed by a plane mirror. Images formed by a plane mirror are virtual, upright, laterally inverted, same in size as the objects and as far behind the mirror as the object are in front. How we can see through the eyes when we have a plane mirror image? To observe the rays seem to come from the other side of the mirror. Earth rays from every point of the object is reflected by the mirror. Where we can use the plane mirror? The plane mirror is used in a rear view mirrors in cars, optical instruments such as microscope, reflecting telescope, and periscope, etc. Why the word ambulance written this way? The rear view mirror is in a car is usually a plane mirror, and the image it produces are laterally inverted. For this reason, the word ambulance is often printed laterally inverted on the front of the ambulance so that the image will be light way round when viewed by the drivers from their rear view mirrors. Convex mirror. Convex mirror produce upright image and give wide scope of view. They are used as security mirror, carving mirrors, and blind corner mirrors. Concave mirror. Concave mirrors produce magnified images. If the objects are near to the mirror, they are used as dentist mirror and cosmetic mirrors. Jazakallah for today. Thank you very much with you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.